Yes, welcome to the lighter side of the dark side. It is your Thursday night freak show. It is Dark Mark. We have a very interesting guest and co-host tenuous situation here in that Elizabeth Aston, who's here, our friend. Josie Cat is not here. She's out of town. She was going to be the co-host, but now it looks like Snakelady Rose is our co-host tonight.
I brought you a blind date.
You brought me a blind date, and you are the guest, and you are sitting next to somebody that's even paler than you.
If that's possible.
Yes. The award-winning comedian, but he is still, he's...
Yeah.
I know what kind of awards he wins.
If there's an award for the whitest comedian in the history of white, then that would be me.
You and Jim Gaffigan are always going, head and head. But he just released his first comedy album and special, Hater. Mm-hmm. It's Matt Walker.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having me.
So, and also, if you were tuning in to see Pandy Suicide, unfortunately, Pandy was on a shoot. She had to go long, so she couldn't make the show tonight. She will be on in future, and so I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely. She's got a movie coming out called Massacre. And
yes, I'm looking forward to that.
Special people on it. It's going to be really interesting. London May from Sam Hain. And, hopefully we'll get to hear all about it when they come in. I know she wanted to.
I can't wait.
Awesome.
Now, Snakelady Rose has not been on the show, and I know you. You are an artist. You are an artisan. You do a lot of things.
I do.
And you have quite, and also you are the lust object for all the prepubescent boys in your apartment complex.
What?
And all these boys 25 and younger are always asking you out. That's the last time we talked, remember?
Oh, the art complex.
I do get a lot of young guys, yes.
Yes, so we got the hot cougar action here.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to be called a cougar, but
No.
I've seen your art, I've seen your designs, I've seen your clothing, and I'm glad
My
you're here.
corsets.
I've seen your corsets, and we're going to talk about corsets. We're going to talk about comedy. We're going to talk about music. We're going to talk about sex. First, we have to get our sponsors out of the way because we are sponsored. We have 3 sponsors now. We have Doomy's Home Cooking. Everybody loves Doomy's Home Cooking. Are you aware of Doomy's Home Cooking?
I'm not, but this sounds good.
Doomy's Home Cooking is the best vegan restaurant you've ever been to. And I know you're looking at me going vegan. They have chicken fried steak. Last time I was there, I had shrimp scampi. They've got a
Made out of soy?
I don't know what they make it out of, but it was delicious. They have a Big Mac. A veggie Big Mac that's better than the Big Mac. It's on the secret menu. Tell them Mark told you about it. They have. He told me the pulled pork, vegan pulled pork sandwiches, amazing. Fried chicken, vegan fried chicken. It's amazing. It's delicious.
I would try that.
No, it's really good. If you're out of the clubs, you're going to Barcelona, you're going to Noise Factory on Saturday. You're going to wherever you're going to. Just go to Doomy's Home Cooking afterwards. Don't go to that Denny's Slop. Go to 1253 Vine Street, Los Angeles, California. 90038. It's right where the M Bar used to be.
If you're going to try vegan food, you should try it there.
It's right in that shopping center. And it's you won't even know it's vegan.
Yeah,
you're
they're
just
open
there.
late like that?
Incredible.
They're open till 3 a.m.
Oh, that's awesome. Because you always go places and you're like, I'm hungry. And then the only places open are like crappy IHOP or Denny's. That's terrible. You don't want to go there.
Right. I took our friend Bree Walker there, and she had the chicken fried steak. I thought it was fabulous. So Doomy's Home Cooking. Go down there, get some. You won't even know it's vegan. The chef there, he kept going out with vegan girls. The vegan restaurants he would go to were shitty.
Yeah.
And he's like, I want to make vegan food that I can eat, and he has done it.
It's home cooking.
Sounds good. I will try that.
It's deli food, but it's vegan. Also, Audible.com. It's a new year. Get a new book. Now you're an artist.
I am.
Oh, and let's see. Let's put in artist. Oh no, let's put in corset.
So I could draw the corset design on it.
Well, here you go. The Corset Diaries right here. The Corset Diaries. It's 13 hours and 13 minutes of what I'm assuming is smut. You get that free. You get that free. They've got everything. They got Stephen the King, Chelsea Handler's autobiography's on there, Neil Patrick Harris's autobiography. They've got every author. They've got great comedy albums.
Yeah.
Carlin Classic Gold. Get that free.
That's
All
awesome.
you have to do is go to I paid like $30 in the record store. Go to darkmarkshow.com. Click on the Audible button right next to my smiling face. You get a free audiobook, free 30-day trial to audible.com. You can cancel the next day. You keep the book. Put it on your tablet. You put it on your phone. You put it on your computer. And you can.
It's well worth it.
It's great. When you're on road trips, I'm going to Vegas at the end of the month. Great to throw on an audiobook, listen to it. everybody loves a story. Nobody loves to read. So nobody has the time to read.
Welcome to New Society.
Nobody has the time to read.
Except for your phones, your cell phones.
Exactly. We'll put it on your cell phone. So there you go.
Yeah, they don't have driverless cars yet, so you can't read while you're in the car.
Okay. I thought they did. I've seen a few of them on the freeway.
It's coming, but don't tell them yet. Don't tell them yet. So right now we can't afford that. So go to audible.com and go to, if you're sending out stuff, and we're actresses, we're artists, we're comedians, we're always sending out stuff. Hate to wait in the post office, send packages. Go to stamps.com. On the other side of my smiling face, darkmarkshow.com, there is a stamps.com banner ad. Click on that. You get a special offer. $100 value, $45 in postage coupons. And this is postage. You just shoot the letter through the printer. Free post.
I've actually used this service before, and I love it because I don't like people all the time.
Exactly. You just do it out of your own home. $100 value, $45 in postage coupons, free digital scale. Now, the Dark Mark Show audience has multi-purpose. Yeah, they've got a lot of uses for that. $5 supply kit and a 4-week free trial.
That's
just
great.
cancel after, in the 4 weeks, and you won't be charged. So you get a free trial at Stamps, free trial at Audible. You're going to have to pay for the food at Doomies, but trust me, it's worth it. So those are our sponsors. And it's Snakelady. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you.
And because I'm very curious about you, because we're always talking about we're always running into clubs, and then I talk about the courses that you made for our usual host Josie Cat.
Right.
And I didn't know. I'm looking at your artwork now. It's great, especially I've seen something. I think it's a self portrait with big boobs. And then we end up talking about your sex life. But
what sex
how
life?
so?
What do you mean, what's sex life?
I can tell you.
Oh, please tell us. Please tell us, Elizabeth.
No.
Yeah, go ahead and tell.
I wouldn't.
You tell, 'cause I'd
Where
like
do you
to
want to
know.
start? Well, this is a cougar thing.
You define yourself as a cougar too?
I'm getting there.
You're getting there? These two pretty hot cougars.
Yeah.
What? How do you define it?
Yeah.
Just hot. If you're hot or not, I don't care if you're, as long as you're 18.
There is no
You can't be an
18-year-old
18-year-old
I'm not
cougar.
sure what age it starts.
No, I'm saying as long as you're hot from 18 to 80. I don't care
then
what
you're
you are.
still
Okay.
in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in. As long as you're hot. Although it's been a
Why
while since
stop
I've
at
seen a
80,
hot
Mark?
80-year-old, but they're out there.
Why stop it?
Sophia
Did you
Loren,
see
she's almost
pictures of, I think it was Cindy Crawford who's,
Yeah, she's 80.
who was it? Christy Brinkley. She's 60 now.
Oh, she looks
And
amazing.
She looks like she's 30. She
fantastic.
looks amazing. I was like, how the hell did that happen?
Billy Joel
crazy.
semen is it must be magic. So anyway,
Observation.
so how long have you
Shoots out of
known
Billy Joel.
Elizabeth Aston, Snakelady? And when did you meet her?
6 years we met. We were hookers on a video.
We were?
Yeah.
Oh.
Was this Whips and
Josie's.
Chains?
It
Okay,
was.
that's right.
So you played a
Yes.
hooker in Josie's video.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how did that work out?
It was fun. Yeah, it was
Did you
really
get in the
fun.
character? Did you make any tips or what?
In the video, there's the beginning scene where you're
I don't remember. I haven't seen the video in so long.
I haven't seen it in a while. It got banned.
I know.
It was so inappropriate.
I think I showed my boobs.
You
Me
showed
and
your
somebody
boobs.
else.
I saw some.
That's
I
what
saw
it
some
is.
censorship.
Yeah.
Okay,
and,
what's that called again? I'm going to make a
It's
note.
called
to
Whips
look that
and
up.
Chains.
By
Whips and
piss
Chains.
hands.
Yeah.
By piss hand.
All right.
Yeah,
So anyway,
yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
But Matt, we're here. You're next to Elizabeth Aston now. You've never met Elizabeth Aston.
Never met
as far as
before.
I know.
Right.
She is obviously beautiful, but she's a singer. She's a model. She's an actress. She actually has been working on a project that's top secret, but
Not terribly top secret.
you've been singing backup for, if I can say,
For what? Oh, well,
Cherie Curry and Lita Ford
correct. Yeah.
are doing an album together.
Well,
Are doing
not
a song
quite an
together.
album. As you know, Mark, I worked for Kim Fowley for 5 years.
Yes.
And through that experience, I became a studio session singer.
Right.
And I knew Kim before I met him.
Right.
And that was what impressed him about me. It was all, who am I? And then I was able to list it. You'll see it in the movie, too, the Runaways movie.
Right.
Now, I never thought I'd see the day that the Runaways of any type would get back together.
Right.
But
Yeah, they're not
last
known
year,
for being all that friendly anymore,
no,
right? Yeah.
not at all. They hadn't. Some of them hadn't seen each other at all, or just in passing, or only for a PR opportunity.
Right.
I lived with Kim for the
When the Runaways was shooting.
latter part of last year,
Okay.
and when I was there, kind of near the end, who shows up? It was all arranged. Who shows up but Cherie and Lita?
Wow.
The only people at our place, I was Kim's caretaker at the time.
Okay.
Cherie and Lita knocked on the door, and there was one photographer there, and I was sitting in the background.
Right.
There was a writing session. Oh, I got the chills. Fantastic.
She has goosebumps,
I
literally.
do, for real. I mean, it was one of the, who is there for that moment?
And Kim Fowley is the manager of the Runaways. The Runaways, obviously, the 70s group, if you don't know. Yep. Joan Jett started there, Lita Ford.
Go get the movie,
Curry.
Kristen.
Cherry Bomb, one of the all-time great songs. Yeah.
Cherry Bomb.
Exactly.
That's right.
So now, Lita and Cherie, have they not seen each other for a long time?
They hadn't, as far as I know, had not seen each other until they met in the parking lot to come to see us.
Right.
Wow. I don't know, but I still got them, right?
Yeah, totally.
It was just so amazing. You know, the process, there was a writing session, took all day. Mm-hmm.
And you contributed to that?
My role was to transcribe and to be the assistant.
So you can read and write music?
No, transcribe lyrics.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I did read.
Was everybody
music
drunk or what? I mean,
not at all. No.
Okay.
Those ladies aren't. No, they're all business.
I think she said, "I love you," and
no, it was very emotional. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing to see everyone bridge the gap, especially with Kim.
Yeah,
because I was very close with him at that time, especially to be part of that. You know, having worked with him for as many years as I did, and then being his caretaker.
Right, he's had some health issues, and
and so
and he's my hero, by the way. This man, I remember seeing this guy in the clubs. Still comes out, still has a presence. The guy's like, he's 6'5" or something. Yeah. And he walks in. I mean, it's like this is a guy in his 70s, 6'5", wearing lipstick, and girls are all over the guy.
And an orange suit or something.
Yeah, and it was like, it took me a while to figure out who it was, but I knew it was somebody.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw him at a club a couple of years ago, and he said he was on acid. I don't know if he was.
Never, no. The man was a straight and narrow. For real. Like, he really, he was just naturally,
he told Duchess
naturally.
He told Duchess Assad that he was on acid.
It's just,
she believes
it interesting, you know. Yeah. Well, you never know.
So anyway, maybe it was acid or stool softener. I don't know what it was on, this is the first time Lita. He's older. I'm kidding. He would probably be the first one to laugh at that or smack me with his cane. But so this is the first time that Cherie Curry and Lita Ford wrote a song together in 30, 40 years.
Produced by Kim Fowley and Cherie's very talented son Jake Hayes. So
his father is
Robert Hayes from Airplane.
Oh, awesome.
So what a dynamic group of people.
Right.
Also Nick Mayberry, who has a solo album written by Kim. Mm-hmm. As far as I know, the last album Kim wrote.
Right.
With Nick.
And just another thing, because I don't know what my audience knows. Kim Fowley, who has been on the show, and please go Wikipedia, go to the Skid Row Studios archive, but he's also produced not only the Runaways, Alice Cooper, Kiss. He's worked with Helen Reddy. Yeah. He's worked with everybody.
Legendary.
Yeah. Legendary.
50 years in the business.
Yes.
As just a complete inspiration.
Right.
So the beauty of this was everything came full circle. We were able to get into the studio right away. Mm-hmm. Lita and Cherie did a song called Dark Worlds.
Okay.
That you just have to stay tuned for.
I look forward to it. That sounds like my kind of music.
Yeah.
It's going to be your new theme song, I think.
Right. Dark Worlds, for real.
Dark Worlds for Dark Mark Show.
Dark Worlds. And if you hear a background singer, a little angel in the background, that might be me.
That might be Elizabeth Aston.
That was the really amazing part of my life.
Speaking of little angels in the background, Matt Walker. I've known Matt for a while. Now, Matt,
I've known you for 11 years, I think.
Yeah. It's been a while, yeah. But you grew up, and obviously you're a white, ginger, freckled.
The whitest, yes.
The whitest, yes. But you grew up in Pico Rivera, California, which because people are listening worldwide. People are listening China, Russia, England. Pico Rivera, they are.
Really?
Now you know. Yeah, we have a worldwide audience.
Look how big his world is.
Everyone in China,
We've got a big Chinese audience. You'd be surprised. But yeah, there's people all over the world listening to this. Sweet. Pico Rivera is a
about
a rough
98%
neighborhood.
Mexican?
Yes.
I would say. Roughly, yeah.
90% Mexican and one freckled little redhead boy.
Yeah, there were two redheads in my school, and it was me and my sister, and that was it.
I didn't know you had a redhead sister.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I find redheads beautiful.
Yeah, she lives up in Eureka now. Well, way up north in Northern California.
Let me.
So she got dates and you got picked on?
Yeah, I mean, it was. Like you grew up in that kind of situation, and that's probably why I'm a comedian now, because like you learn how to do that back and forth with people, because they're going to come at you every single day, and if you don't have anything to say back to it, then what are you going to do?
And when they're doing it in Spanish, I know I've had that happen to me.
That's my one regret is that I didn't learn very much Spanish when I was growing up there. I really should have. Like, it would be a useful skill to have now.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you would know what they were calling you.
Exactly.
I mean, you know puto and those three things.
You know. Yeah, maricon.
Maricon's a big one. Yeah, I remember that. But it's funny because I posted.
Pendejo, you know.
I know pendejo. Yeah. But it's funny because I posted the flyer for the show when I thought Miss Suicide was on. It was funny when I finally got the thing together. It was so hilarious because it was like two beautiful women, her and Elizabeth, and two fucking dorks in the studio. Which is you and me in various sizes.
Welcome to Comic-Con.
It was
pretty much.
Well, speaking of Comic-Con, I mean, you classify yourself as a nerd.
Total nerd. I'm not a comic book nerd, but I am a huge nerd.
But you know comic books. If I was to throw some comic book stuff at you,
I probably wouldn't be that. Like, if you throw anything science fiction at me, I'm all in. Like, actually, I've been binge watching the original series of Star Trek lately, like rewatching everything, even though I've seen them all before.
Well, that makes one of us in the studio.
I was very excited that I just watched the debut of the Gorn last night. It was awesome to see that again.
You watched the pilot without William Shatner.
Well, that's built into a 2-part episode called The Menagerie,
right?
Where they bring back Captain Pike, who's the guy who sits in a box and he's got the light bulb that blinks once for yes and twice for no. Like, did you see the new Star Trek movies?
I saw the first one, not the second one.
Yeah.
Okay. But in those movies, like, it's like an alternate universe, but I hate those movies because they took one of my favorite things where Captain Pike becomes an invalid and he's in a box that rolls around and he can't say anything and he's got a light bulb that's only to communicate. And in the movies, they just killed him. And I was like, this is crap. Come on, have the guy be in the box.
Well, that brings me to a question about that.
Disappointed.
About your nerddom.
Yes.
Now, everybody's a fucking nerd now.
It's annoying, actually.
It annoys you.
It annoys the hell out of me.
It's become a thing where people...
I'm such a nerd. And
I'm
it's
a
like,
dork.
no, you're not.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, there are different kinds of nerds. People think all nerds are the same, but they're really not. Like, there's different kinds. Like, I was a nerd. Like, I'm a video game nerd. I'm a science fiction nerd. I used to be a big role-playing nerd. Like, I had a...
Dungeons and Dragons?
I had a weekly night, Friday, 10 p.m. Dungeons and Dragons game every week for a year and a half when I was in college.
Oh, college.
When you were in college?
In college.
Yeah, we didn't play Dungeons and Dragons in college.
I still have mini multi-sided dice that I could probably pull out of a drawer if I really wanted to. Like, it's not that hard to...
I've only got one thing to say about that.
Yeah.
Maricon. But,
well, hey, I continued role-playing.
Look, I was in...
we're talking about different kinds of role-playing.
I started with Dungeons and Dragons.
Right.
It didn't change too much. Cool.
Right. Well, I played Dungeons and Dragons with you, like, naked, that kind of thing. Yeah. I stormed the castle. I'm into that. But you were there with a bunch of dudes.
I was an engineering student at Carnegie Mellon. Like, what else was there for us to do?
Yeah.
Like,
Drugs?
Not us. That was like the theater department. Sure, they were having a great time, but heck, when I was at Carnegie Mellon, I think it was like
there were girls in college, weren't there?
At CMU, I think the ratio was about 30% women to 70% men at Carnegie Mellon when I was there. Now it's about 50-50.
But there was a city around there.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
It had vaginas in it.
There were vaginas in the vicinity, I would imagine.
There probably were. I was an engineering student. What do you expect? It was like the Big Bang Theory. It really was when I was in school. At college.
But I know. So then before you get to everybody says bazinga, but now that everybody's caught up to that, and that's like mainstream.
How did you learn to get laid?
I didn't until I was like 25.
And how old are you now? 26?
40.
No, but yeah. So he's got.
I'll take it.
He's got a good 15 years of practice.
Thank you. Yes.
But
I've learned what to do now.
But now that everybody's a nerd, and you can see the fake nerds from the real nerds.
Totally. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because you see the fake nerds.
People buy glasses to wear with like clear lenses, and I'm like, you're just an asshole,
right?
Because I had to wear glasses for years and years, and then I got contacts, which like
that's like the Silver Lake nerd people.
Yeah, like contact lenses are like a 9 out of 10 on the pain in the ass scale, and glasses are like a 12 out of 10. They're the worst thing to wear. Like, why would you ever wear those if you don't have to?
Well, that's true.
Well, my favorite is...
Then I got LASIK, so now it's much better, but...
Right.
Yeah.
But now glasses are in.
Yeah, now they're in. It's like, what
you can't win, Matt Walker.
Every decision I make is bad timing. That's what it's come down to.
I like the buff guys that like wear the T-shirt over the shirt and tie. Yeah, like, I like Doctor Who too. It was like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big Doctor Who nerd too. So.
Yeah, no, I saw the list on your website, and I actually have some opinions on that, but I won't.
I broke down like my rank. I ranked the doctors.
You ranked them. I thought you ranked them from last to first. I thought it was first to last. Like,
no,
Tom Baker's last. What?
No, Tom Baker's first.
Of course,
Doctor number 4. He's the best. Of
right.
Course.
Anyway, so
but Peter Capaldi's grown on me. He could like.
I haven't seen
He could
him.
edge out David Tennant. Here
I really have to segue this from David Tennant's overrated. I have to really segue from this from Doctor Who to Elizabeth's newly found single life. Now,
Oh, to my hoo-hoo.
You're hoo-hoo. Now, you are single and you are on the prowl. Now, but also, before I say that, you were living in a very interesting apartment building.
I would say so. Well, it's not an apartment building. I was accepted as an artist in residence at the Brewery Lofts. And so I'm in the music section.
And the Brewery Lofts, please explain.
It's one of the oldest art colonies in the world.
Okay.
It's been around since, it's been 30 years. And there's a specialty to each area. You know, there are different disciplines.
Right.
If you Wikipedia it.
So did you have to audition to get...
You have to interview and qualify. And there are some really inspirational people in the building. There are recording studios, development stages.
With it being an art colony, like, do you have like your own room, or are you just sort of in a communal thing? Or how does that work?
It's not a commune. Yeah, it's not Manson stuff.
That's what it sounds like.
There's no Kool-Aid. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know.
There's some Kool-Aid here and there.
Yeah, well.
I'm sure there's some wacky weed floating around.
Well, I mean, that just is like oxygen over there.
Yeah. But you're not sitting like 20. You're not sleeping 20 to a room or anything like that.
Not at all. No, I have my own loft.
Yeah, because Matt grew up in Pico Rivera. That's what they do all the time there.
Right, they can stack it up.
I think my neighbor downstairs right now has 12 people living in their 2-bedroom apartment.
I'm sure.
Okay, and
I'm
we have
pretty
12 people in 5,000 square feet.
They're like 12 people in like 800 square feet.
Oh.
But
okay,
yeah, like 3 generations.
But these are major artists. I mean, you've told me a couple. So. You told me a couple names, and these
The
are.
Edge was in the building today.
Who?
The Edge from YouTube.
The Edge was in the building.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was like the Edge, the wrestler. Like,
You are a nerd. You're into wrestling too?
I used to be. I'm not.
Mighty Cold. What are you?
When ECW folded, that's when I stopped.
I don't even know what that means. So anyway, the Edge was in the building. Was he recording with somebody, or
he was working with some sound equipment?
Oh, okay. Because he may be looking for a new lead singer, so you might want to hop on it.
Mm-hmm. I would hop on it.
I mean, you could.
Yeah,
oh, really?
Doesn't he need like another person to play guitar because Bono can't play anymore? Did you hear that?
Bono would be an asshole.
He can't play his guitar anymore.
Yeah.
Or he doesn't know if he can.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you heard that, where you're like in the hall, just like la 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 Sunday, bloody Sunday.
My manager actually said, "Get out there, make a TMZ moment or something." And,
in the name of love.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I behaved myself. I kept my bottom out of the air.
Right. I think he's married too, but I think he cheated on his first wife, so he'll probably cheat on the second one.
Oh, I don't do that.
You don't do that?
I'm not that kind of girl.
Really?
Oh, bad
girl.
juju.
What kind of girl are you?
I'm a go everywhere girl.
I know that.
I'm the kind of girl that just had sex 10 times in the last 24 hours.
Really?
Is that true?
Bragger.
Wow.
No. With Elizabeth, I don't doubt it. Mm-hmm. That was this multiple partners, I'm assuming.
No. Isn't that crazy?
Male or female?
Male.
Really?
He climaxed 8 times.
Right.
He had some energy.
So wait a second. Wait a second.
Work,
so that means a couple times was a dud.
No.
I'm trying to do the math here.
No,
you fucked him 10 times, but he came 8 times.
No, he fucked me 10 times.
He fucked you 10 times.
Yeah.
Okay. But it went off 8 times.
Yeah. Well,
so
I
had
had to get
twice?
Water and get the stitch out of my
I do that
side.
Sometimes you're like, okay.
Is this a younger man, older
let's just
man?
take a break for a while. I mean,
A little younger than me.
I was going to say.
Mm-hmm. He's into he cleansed my chakras.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
10
he
times.
gave you his
So 10
cock
times. What was that time frame again? 10 times in the last.
About a day and a half, yeah.
Day and a half,
And a nice
okay.
little fling.
Apparently so.
Wow.
Oh, we'll see where that goes.
That's why she's smiling.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see
She's
that.
very happy.
I'm surprised you had an hour. I'm surprised you had an hour out of your day to come down here.
Well, don't ask my lower half about that.
Now, is he in the community in the colony?
Oh no.
No.
You don't shit
no.
where you eat.
No. Okay, so
I'm not a
good
community
idea.
bicycle.
is he a porn star? Is he? I mean, okay. Well, all right.
He's quite an impressive.
I would
person.
imagine so.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm already impressed, but but it's good. I know, but it's funny because every now and then you do tell me these stories about these marathon sessions, which leads me to believe that it's you, not them.
Well, maybe I'm a succubus.
She's very inspirational.
She's very inspirational.
Okay, maybe I'm amused.
Snakelady. If the table's lifting, don't worry about it. That's kind of
Ray, you know
what's going on here?
Yes.
We don't have to stop here. This woman can keep it going too. So.
Really, is that right, Snakelady?
She keeps
Please.
the home fires burning.
That's
Come
how
on.
That's why she's called the Snakelady.
That's
Why
right.
are you called the Snakelady?
Oh, my tattoos. I have snake tattoos and roses. So Snakelady Rose.
Right, but you
And I, every once in a while I toke on the one-eyed snake.
the one-eyed
I've heard about her skills actually.
I
heard she's really good at that part.
What part was that? I missed it. You're
Head.
You're good at head.
I have been accused of giving good blowjobs.
What's the technique? What sets you apart from everybody else?
I don't really know.
What are you
it's the hand
complimented
and
on?
tongue, but I've been practicing with deep throating, so I've got, clit in the back of my throat.
Oh my!
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to see. So
And I've just
interesting.
learned how to stop breathing, and it goes all the way down. Yeah, it's kind of it's a little trick.
That's good. That's interesting. Yeah, you learn to stop breathing. That's a must for all my dates.
Well, no, I mean I.
So it sounds like Bill Cosby
I
would love
can hold
you.
my breath for a couple minutes. It's very strange.
You want to lose your breath for a couple minutes? But Snakelady. No wonder all the kids are all over you.
Yeah, the young guys like me. I don't know why.
But you grew up in the punk rock scene, and I like this. This is nice.
You like it? It's
I like
new.
it, and that's very nice. You grew up in the punk rock scene? You just went to see the Dictators?
No, I didn't. I missed it.
Oh, you were going to go to the Dictators. But, so, I mean, how far back in the Hollywood punk scene do you go?
Oh, 79?
She was a
78,
Valley
79.
girl.
Yeah, I grew up in the Valley.
You were like the original Valley girl.
She was,
I am
for real.
Yes.
Did you invented the lingo? You and Moon Zappa were like hanging out and inventing the lingo?
No, well, I guess I probably didn't know it.
Is tubular yours?
Is what?
Tubular yours?
Tubular?
Yeah.
From
like totally tubular?
Tubular.
I don't remember saying that one, but we did say a lot.
Bitchin'?
Totally.
Yeah.
And
With a spoon.
bitchin'. That's totally bitchin'.
So how was it like in 79 when you were, I mean, I'm assuming that you went to see like all the original
All
Germs,
of them.
X,
Yeah.
Social D, all those guys when they first started out. Amazing, huh?
Wolf and Risk Miller Country Club in Reseda.
Oh, yeah. I drive by that all the time because I live in Tarzana.
No, it's in Reseda.
I know it's in Reseda. I live in Tarzana. I drive by because I drive in Reseda once in a while. Yeah. So that's where you saw all those bands.
A lot of them, yeah. And then there was the Sturm Brothers, who were the Youth Brigade, had a club called Godzilla's.
Wow.
Over in San Fernando. So we used to go there a lot.
Godzilla's.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
We're talking early 80s.
And what kind of shenanigans did you get into with the punk rockers, huh?
I was a mess.
Hard partying for some young
a lot
people.
of partying, we'd
Much like the
drank
Runaways,
like
same.
crazy, did a lot of drugs, a lot of acid, a lot of
Acid and punk rock, how does that go together?
great.
Oh. I'm sure.
Lots of sex.
Because I think of, okay, that's where we're going. That's where the deep flow comes in.
Lots of sex, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Any famous guys?
Probably.
Well, I'll let you think about that. Come back to you
I've
on
killed a
that.
few brain cells, so I have to think about it.
Well, I was doing a lot of research, mainly on Elizabeth and Pandy, who was supposed to be in. But Elizabeth will tell you I do a lot of research on my
He's
female guys.
incredible. He's a super sleuth.
Right. But Matt Walker, the thing I didn't know about you, because I was actually on your radio show.
Yes.
On XM Radio. You were on
years ago with Murtori.
Yeah, you were on the you were a host on the National Lampoon radio on XM.
Yes.
But I didn't know that you did radio at KLSX.
Yeah, back in 2003, 2004, I was the host of 2 weekend shows
Right.
on KLSX, which are ridiculous.
No, we're going to talk about that. But how did you go from engineering to radio?
Well, I was doing consulting for a small business consulting firm, doing IT consulting at the time, because I'd worked, I had an e-commerce background coming out of college, and I was at Carnegie Mellon when the internet was taking off, and I helped design credit card processing software and things like that. And then I left that job to go to work for a small business consulting firm, and I was doing consulting like that. And the guy who was my boss was the ad rep for Sword Medical Center and a bunch of other people that were big advertisers on KLSX.
Right.
And they came to him and they said, hey, we want to have a business show.
Right.
Are you willing to do a business show? So he started doing that. And then
meanwhile, you were like 28, 29.
I was...
or 30. You were like 30. You were pretty young.
Yeah, I was probably, right around 30 at the time. And then, so my boss got that show and he asked me to come on because he's like, you can talk. He's like, you're you have a good time, so come on and do the show. Because like he tried doing it by himself at the start, and then it was like kind of, you sit in a booth for an hour taking phone calls, talking about small business. It gets boring. You need somebody there to bounce ideas off of. So
here we get no phone calls, so that we just talk.
So I started doing that, and then we got a second show after that because we were the reps for Sword Medical Center.
Right. So that's what I was going to get to. Tell us about that.
We started the National Hair Hour, which was actually syndicated in about 10 markets. And it was all about the prevention and treatment of hair loss. And I learned everything there is to know about hair loss and what actually works.
Meanwhile, you had a full head of hair, and you still have a full head of hair.
More or less. Like I've settled in here with this hairline. That's, I'm never going to have more. I'm never going to have less.
For 40, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I mean, you're sitting there with a 30-year-old guy with a full head of hair doing the hair hour.
The guy, it was my boss, myself, and then this other guy who was the editor-in-chief of the National Hair Journal, which is a trade publication. In that business. There's a trade publication in every industry, right? But he was the guy in the industry. I sat next to him for the first 4 shows we did, right next to him, as far as I am away from Elizabeth, and he had this full head of hair, and I'm thinking, like, it's kind of weird this guy's into hair. He comes in the next week totally bald because he had a hair system on. I couldn't even tell. Like, he had a really, really good hair system. Yeah, it's what they call a hair system. They don't like the term toupee.
It was a weave.
Well, it's basically just a rug that you have that's embedded in, and it's that's what it is. It's a toupee, and it was like really good. I didn't know they were that good. And they have like latex that gets like molded into like your.
And
like you have to go in like every couple days, and they like flip it up and clean it out and scrape out all the gum that gets bleeded.
Like goo off your head.
Snakelady Elizabeth, have you ever been with a guy and found out down the line that they did not? I think Snakelady's got a story about this. Found out they didn't have hair later on down the line.
Wearing a merkin on their head.
I used to be a masseuse.
Oh yeah.
All right,
not the kind.
Cooking.
I didn't do happy endings.
Okay,
those were for.
That's me after the show. Yeah, me and Matt are gonna lay out in the lobby.
So I was doing a massage one time on somebody, and this gentleman, and I was massaging his head because I would do at the end of my massage, I'd do the head, and about 5 minutes into it, I realized he had a rug on, and I felt so stupid, So.
Did you smell your hands? It seems like that would collect some stank.
I would imagine so, yeah.
So what did you find out about hair?
There's 4 things you can do. Only 4 things and 4 things only that actually work and do anything. You can take the pill Propecia, which is finasteride, which works.
Okay.
And that one works effectively kind of like... in essence, analogous to like a weed killer, right? It kills off the bad stuff that makes you lose your hair, right?
Is that like Rogaine, or is that the...
You can use Rogaine. Another thing, that's a topical medication. You put that on. That works like a fertilizer where it helps new stuff grow, right? I'm just trying to think of these things. You can do surgery, where they take hair from the back of your head, which is not affected by the same things, and they transplant it to the front.
Right.
And if you have a really good surgeon, they make it look really good. Like this guy, Carl Bell, used to do the weather on the channel line. He went from being completely bald to having hair pretty much kind of like mine.
Right.
And it's amazing what they did with that guy. And
have
that's all done with hair transplants.
Yeah, it looks like doll hair.
Yeah, really creepy. The old surgeries were bad. Like now, the techniques they use are much better than what they did. But like 20 years ago, it was bad. It looked ridiculous.
So what about
plugs? You're the pro.
What about the Merkins? Did they do Merkins?
And then they can do hair systems.
The Merkin was
is the other thing. Yeah, that's where they do the things, and like they can do really good work with those now. And actually, it's one more thing they can do. If you do it when you're first starting to lose your hair, they have a laser comb you can get. It's now FDA approved. That this lasers that run on your hair, and they somehow stimulate the follicles and help them to not lose the hair that you might lose otherwise.
Right.
But those are the only things that work, because everything else you hear about, all the other stuff, like the special shampoos and all that kind of stuff, if they don't have like minoxidil in them, then they're not going to do anything.
But you were starting the hair hour around the time that a lot of guys were shaving their heads bald and just saying, fuck it.
Right.
Bad timing yet again.
It was really
shiny bald.
We had that show for like a year and a half, and it was...
I guess.
I don't know. We used to get, like, it was cool because I got to actually interview the guys who invented, like, they discovered Propecia. Like, and the guy who, like, the first guy who came up with minoxidil, like, these doctors came on. The show was kind of cool.
Did you play Dungeons and Dragons with them? Or?
I did not.
And so they didn't sell Merkins?
No.
Merkins, well, we didn't talk about that hair.
Because they were trying to sell their products.
Yeah, I mean, although I've heard Merkins are really big in Hollywood because all these actresses are bald, and then they make these movies, and then that'll get them like an NC-17 rating. And if they want to still get an R, you can show a little bit of bush, but you can't show lippage. So you need to mark it.
But Bush is kind of out these days.
Bush is
making a comeback.
It's making a comeback.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Bush.
Here's the thing I was going to...
They're doing like the little Dorito squares again, I noticed.
Well, yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, but, whatever.
But Bush, no. But here's the thing about Matt, and this I do know about Matt. And Matt is into really skinny women.
This is true.
He was he caused a whole sensation online because he was talking about how Taylor Swift, since she's lost so much weight, now she looks good.
Oh,
Wow.
Well, I don't know. If
You
it was
don't like
exactly
you're not so huge on tits.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had a friend who was like posting things. He's like, how can anybody like Taylor Swift? I was like, she's the hottest chick in pop culture right now. Like, she looks great.
But she's lost a lot of weight. She doesn't look as good as she used to.
She looks
in my
fantastic right now. Whatever
Right now.
she has done, she should do for the rest of her life because she looks amazing right now.
But you can agree with me. Pop culture used to the curvier shape, which I like.
Anna Nicole Smith, whatever that was in for a while.
No, but I mean, go back to Marilyn Monroe, Patti Page, and now it's just getting skinnier and skinnier and skinnier, with some exceptions. There's some feedback.
Christina Hendricks,
Kardashians, greasy ass and all that, but. I like the curvy women myself, and I was thinking about it because I know you had it on. You and I have different tastes in women.
Yeah, it's great. I mean,
that's the beauty of it, right?
Different women for different guys. It's
Are
great.
you afraid they're going to crush you? I don't know. I don't get what the. I mean,
No, I mean, look, it's not
But
like
you're like I'm just flat.
It's not like I haven't been with bigger women, so
right. Well,
really, who is he going to be with? He's not going to be with some big trucker mama.
No, but you know what?
I'm probably too big.
A lot of guys that look like him are with really big, fat women.
Do you think there's a
I've
thing
seen
to
that on Maury many times.
I know. I've seen that. I've seen that in person many times.
Oh yeah, in
just
person too.
education.
There's a lot of skinny, chubby chicks. I went to a club.
Jack Spratt can eat no fat. His wife can eat no lean.
No, I went to. I went
together
to
look like the number 10.
Exactly.
Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, I went to a club called Club Curves once. It was a bachelor party.
Do you like BBW or you?
I like curvy.
Open?
I like curvy. I like
Okay.
I like you. I
You
like
like proportional, right?
I like what, I she's not here, and I don't mean to say this, but like how Josie gets all big tits, big ass.
Yeah, she's like a walking cartoon.
I like that.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
Lenora Claire, big ass, big tits. She's gonna be on
they're
next week.
very voluped.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like. I don't.
almost Rubenesque,
I not necessarily Rubenesque.
Okay.
But I like big tits.
Mm-hmm.
You like walking cartoons.
I like big ass.
You know what? I was quite
to
a
be
bit
Jessica
thicker when
Rabbit,
we
is what he
met.
wants.
Yeah.
I'm very attracted to you.
Well, thank you.
You have curves.
Thank you. I used to have a lot more like when we first met.
Really? No. I mean, you've lost weight. Well, you've lost weight, but
Yeah.
But when I met you, I guess you were a little curvier, huh?
Yeah.
But I like them curvy, and I was thinking about it. I'm like, because you're skinny and you like skinny women, and I'm curvy and I like curvy women. I don't know if that's what it is, but
It's different for everybody. That's
people-
the beauty of it, right?
Who knows why you find what you find attractive?
I don't know.
Yeah?
But
I don't know. I think more men should like curvy women.
I like curvy women.
You know what? This is something she and I have debated about before. You were saying tits on a stick is the only thing the guys that you
White
want
guys.
to date.
White guys like.
Yeah, because the
Want
Club
tits
Curve
on a
store.
White guys
Kind of
like.
fits for me, I guess.
The Club
Yes.
Curve.
No, I'm serious.
I love that
Because
quote.
all sorts of, whatever different race, they all love me. White guys,
Right?
I don't get too many white guys that are into me.
I see that there. You go.
I'm pointing at myself.
White. Yeah.
No, but I went to Club Curves. This is the whole Club Curve story.
Okay.
I saw it on TV. It looks like a lot of plus size models, like cute plus size models there. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be cool. Went there, there wasn't a woman there under 300 pounds, which is fine. But the only white guys that were in the place, it was like 90% black guys. The only white guys that were in the place looked exactly like Matt, skinny guys.
With red hair?
I think there was a guy with red hair. I'm not sure, but
Look, there are people that have different things they're into. Whether
Right.
I don't know if you want to call it a fetish or not, but
you like you, but
Preference,
you,
that's all.
but you find like the bones on the
bones,
hip
it's kinda hot, yeah.
Hip bones are hot.
yeah. I
You
kinda
like
the
hip bones more
collarbones.
than-
I like seeing the collarbone. I like seeing the wrist bone. It's
That to you was more sexual than seeing tits.
You know, I'm going to go with
I
Matt
wouldn't
on
say
this one.
more
I
sexual
like
than
women
seeing
like
tits,
that.
but I mean, I like. I like thin women. I don't know what it is.
Slender.
I've seen you be too skinny though.
Yeah, I fluctuate. I'm a girl.
Yeah, but I've seen you a couple times. You were too skinny. I was like,
doubt it.
oh, what happened? No,
Yeah.
not for you,
Yeah.
not for you.
Right.
But for me, I'm like, wow, Elizabeth, you got to gain a little weight there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and so
Not
yeah.
you, but me. I was pretty thin a few months ago,
Yeah, women just.
I saw you.
We just
Yeah.
tend on the.
but I got sober.
and I'm staring down your blouse now, so it's very nice.
Yeah, because I had no boobs. I actually lost my boobs. It was the first time.
Well,
I wasn't
we-
used to not having large breasts.
Wow.
You got them back with a vengeance.
Yeah,
They
there
have
they
Yeah,
are.
they popped out. I feel like I developed all over again.
Right. Last time I saw Elizabeth, actually, speaking of big, this is exactly what I'm into. because we were at a Russ Meyer thing. Those were the Russ Meyer movies.
Right up your alley.
That's what I like. That's what I like. Big tits, big ass. We were at a Tour Satana art exhibit, and it was weird because Josh Homme from Queens of the Stone Age was there. I don't know if you saw him.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, because it was weird because he was wearing like a country club jacket.
Yeah.
And then like when everybody would come up to him, he'd be like, "Don't leave me alone." Meanwhile, he's like walking around like, "Look at me, don't look at me." And this is the kind of celebrity. It's the kind of celebrity that, and he's not the 10-time guy, is he?
10 times? No.
Okay, all right. So I'm just curious because you're like, I met him, but
is that what it means?
I don't know what it means, but I'm trying to figure it out.
Neither do
Yeah, because you have that sultry voice, you never know. I met him, and he's the kind of celebrity I always meet because it's.
I've met a lot of people.
Right, I bet you have.
Yeah.
Forget the story about the thing. Tell us about some people you've met.
I would never do that.
You would never do that.
You don't kiss and tell.
I do.
People I've
but
met.
nobody cares who I kiss.
Yeah, like, I would kiss and tell, but like, nobody's famous. So
I masturbate and tell,
met,
actually.
Or people I actually met.
I would be interested in people you've met.
Who do you know biblically?
I'm just not. I'm just not that kind of girl.
Okay,
She's very discreet.
But you have been with celebrities.
Sure.
I know of one.
Oh,
I'm not going to say it.
Oh well, you could go ahead.
You want me to? You want me to?
That's a no.
That's a no.
No, but you've been with contemporary music stars, people on the charts now.
Yes.
Yes.
On the charts now.
Yes.
Pharrell?
Not
How
Pharrell.
did you know?
I'm like, who's on the charts now?
Not Pharrell. Yeah, Pharrell's on every song, so that
I
narrows
know,
it down.
he's on every single.
Taylor Swift?
He's either Pharrell or
Not Taylor
Pitbull.
Swift.
'Cause
Actually,
every
Taylor
song
Swift is
but
my type.
okay, but you are bisexual.
Yes.
Yes. So who's better, men or women? And how do you
There's
choose?
no better.
How do you choose between one?
There's no better. They're
Or
different.
is it
They're
better
completely
with
different
both?
animals.
No.
Is it different with
It's
what?
not. Wait a second. You seem to know something, Snakelady.
Oh, nothing.
Apparently, you're bisexual too.
No.
No, she's not.
Do you guys know each other briefly
I
here,
have tasted the other
No.
fruit, and I
Not
decided
this
I
fruit,
am
though.
very heterosexual.
Yeah, you got to
dabbled.
try it. Don't knock it till you try it.
Yeah, I've been with a few women.
I've knocked it before I've tried it, I think, with men.
I'd
You
have a
have?
thriesome.
No, I said I'll knock it before I try it. I'm not.
Oh, okay. I was going to say. Wait a second.
Not
We had a
before
Dark Mark
trial.
Show exclusive.
I'd have another threesome with a woman. I won't go down. That's all.
Okay.
Right, now, even
The
with your
full
new
around,
skills,
just no. Hey.
and you've been with female celebrities, I would imagine.
Yes.
Oh. Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, I wish. No, actually, I would take Portia.
Portia. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Portia's hot. Yeah.
Portia in the Ally McBeal deal. Speaking of thin, we're on to something now. Ally McBeal, the ultimate anorexic show.
Oh my God.
But now
And-
that's the beauty standard.
And she's with the ultimate nerd hero, Harrison Ford.
Yes.
Maybe there's a nerd thing going on.
Happy
I don't know.
thing.
Yeah.
Happy.
She's got a fetish for old men.
I do?
No.
Oh, Callista.
Yeah.
No. She's going the other way. She said so. I do have to say it, and see, I told you it's going by so fast. But Matt Walker and I usually don't have comedians on because I want to sit there. Hey, what's the best crew? What's the worst crowd you ever written?
Yeah.
Played me around them?
Yeah,
Hey,
who
heckers
cares?
are really wacky, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I was at the Ice House when you taped your new comedy special
Oh, yeah.
on Comedy CD, Hater, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was honestly the best that I've ever seen you do, and
Well, thank you.
you always do kill.
Yeah.
But the crowd, I mean, you and the
was
crowd
a great
really
time.
vibed that night. So
Yeah.
So please tell us about that.
Well, you can check it out on Amazon Prime right now. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can watch it for free on there. Just look up Hater, H8R.
So all you people that got stuck with the $99.95, now it pays off because you can see Matt Walker at the Ice House.
Amazon Prime's a good deal. I dump Netflix. I don't need it anymore. I have Amazon Prime. There's nothing I need to watch other than. But you can watch my special on there.
I kind of jump around the free trials.
Oh, you're
I do a month here, a
Let me
month
set
here.
up darkmark04 at gmail.com.
Right.
Darkmark05 at gmail.com.
Yeah, you do that. So you get the Netflix and you get the Amazon Prime, and you get
switch
the
back and forth. Yeah,
you switch back and forth. Then you get the
I know the tricks.
Hulu. Yeah, you know what the talking
yeah,
about.
I've done this, but so it was a great time. Performed with some great people, and we taped 2 sets that night, and then did all the editing, got it all put out, and we came out a couple weeks ago. The video, the albums came out in May, and you can hear that on Pandora, Spotify, whatever, and it's on iTunes, Amazon, all the places you can buy digital music. But I hope that people will check it out and enjoy it.
And your album cover is better than my album cover because my album, I Laughed So Hard I Cried, is on Amazon, iTunes, and everything else. And I recommend everybody buy both my
They
album
should.
and your album. But who took the photograph? Because it's really good.
That's a comic named Carlos Escobar.
Okay.
He does photography, and he came and he did me a solid and did it for a low price within my budget. So
that must be a really low price.
Exactly. Yeah, it was within my budget. It's not a lot of money, but
it's like here's the quarters of my couch. Yeah. But let me ask you, because we just got to talk about blowjobs and threesomes and all this other stuff, which usually happens on the Dark Mark Show.
Okay.
You won an award for being the
award-winning comedian.
You are an award-winning comedian. That's not many, but it was the Shorty Award.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean that that's not the comedian that's sired the most children. That's the comedian that uses social media the best.
Yes. In 2012, I was named the Shorty Award winner for comedian. Basically, it's the least important award anybody could have won for anything.
Right.
He gave you an award for tweeting. There's nothing less important in the world than tweeting.
But how do you do it? Because I can't get any traction on my tweeting. Please tell me how.
Well, what I've learned that you do on there, you look at whatever people are talking about right now on Twitter, and you talk about those things you use the trending topics to find out what people are tweeting about.
Sure.
And if you make witty comments about the things that people are talking about, poke fun at the right people, then you'll get more followers, and you'll get some traction on there. And then you'll also get a lot of people that hate you because you're making fun of people that they idolize. And that's why I have MattWalkerSucks.com, where people can go see all my hate mail that I get, where I think in that same year I won the Shorty Award, I got 14 death threats on Twitter.
Really?
It's like 12-year-olds in Portugal. Like, I'm not it's Demi Lovato fans and Justin Bieber fans, because I make fun of the people they like, and then they have no concept of humor.
What's the funniest
or society or
interaction? What's the funniest hate letter that you've gotten?
My favorite was I think it was Chris Brown's birthday. And I had a tweet about Chris Brown. I said, happy birthday, Chris Brown. Be sure to have some punch with your cake. So I tweeted that.
That's funny.
That's a good one.
And then I got a tweet back from somebody that said, shut up, you Horton Hears a Who looking motherfucker.
Which
is great.
That's awesome.
That's even better.
That's great.
About that.
On guard.
I mean, Chris Brown, that's just, I'm sure you're not the first one that came up with that one.
It's too, he's too easy to.
I saw Nick DiPaolo right after the whole Rihanna thing. And he's like, because at the same time they had a whole thing where a gorilla got out of the zoo and and assaulted somebody. He's like, he's like, did you hear about that monkey that assaulted somebody? He's like, that Chris Brown's a fucking asshole. Now that's bad.
That's
racist.
The punch with your cake. That's not that bad.
Yeah, no, it's I'm not.
But that's why you're the trending comic and Nick DiPaolo's. I don't know what he's doing, but
Nick DiPaolo's.
He's a great comic. He's a great comic.
Very funny guy. But yeah.
But besides, what other projects are you working on, Elizabeth, besides The Runaways? I know you're always singing on TV and movies. And have you gotten some collaborations with your loft mates?
I'm working towards that. We have a number of facilities on site.
Right.
But
they're probably outside your door, recording your orgasms.
Or giving them to me.
You said you didn't shit where you eat.
I don't. They have friends, whatever. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
You're contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to keep you guessing.
She's learned from me not to shit where you eat.
Right?
Yes.
No kidding.
Right.
So
I made the mistake of doing that.
By the way,
one
everybody.
Of the studios I was at.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would shit where I eat, except nobody in my apartment building speaks English except for me. So.
Right. Well, the thing is, everybody tells me, I don't shit during sex. So I don't.
These girls don't shit because they don't eat.
Right. Exactly. No, they just puke.
That's okay.
Have you ever had one of these bulimics vomit on you? Let's be honest.
Vomit on me, no. But I have
ever had
a girl that I hooked
vomit?
up with who did go vomit after we were done. Yeah.
I'm sure most of them do. But no, were you saying that? Say that question again, Snakelady.
Oh, deep throat and then vomit? Yeah, it happens.
Yeah,
well, I will tell you this. I have heard a rumor.
I have not had many women try to deep throat.
I have heard, and now let me tell you why. Mm-hmm. I have heard this. Matt Walker is hung.
Hey.
Matt Walker has a big dick. How big is your penis, Matt Walker?
About 9.5 inches.
Really?
Nice.
How big around?
Is that measuring from the ass, or what is that?
Red Bull can?
Red Bull can, maybe?
Yeah.
Too small.
Right. Really?
Holy
She's very
size
demanding.
queen.
I am a size queen. I'm sorry.
So I can show you a photo if you want to see. I don't care.
I'm
I'd
sure
rather
you
see
do
it in
have
person.
You know what? I have something, actually, Mark.
Uh-oh.
I want to see
You have a picture of Matt's dick? What do you have?
No, I have something that Matt can try on and show us all. You gave me this for my birthday, and
I
I've
did.
been saving it for the right occasion.
Gummy panties?
Some edible crotchless gummy panties.
Are you going to put those on right now?
No, Matt is, so we can see his huge...
Matt, do you want to put on some gummy panties?
I'm not going to put on gummy panties.
Well, they're crotchless, so you could put something through it. I don't know.
I don't know if they would fit. You
I
hold
love
on
the
to
fact
your
that they
gummy
actually have the
panties.
nutrition facts on the back.
Isn't that well? It's
You
by
have
law.
to. It's the law.
Yeah, it's the law.
The law.
So if it's edible, you have to have.
Yeah.
So they haven't tried to deep throat you. They know better.
Well, maybe they wouldn't. He was wearing these.
I just don't know how.
You've deep throated 9.5, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Elizabeth,
What about that?
deep throating a 9.5er.
Depends on the angle.
Really?
What's the angle you need to use?
Isn't the
Upside down,
angle
probably
straight?
for
If it's
something
like
that big.
Like
the
you
ball
laying on your
side?
back? Is that the
Yeah,
deal?
yeah, you'd have to do that.
Okay, yeah, I've tried that. Sometimes. I don't know.
You tried sucking your dick?
No, like the woman
Well,
lays on
that
her
you might
back.
be able to. He's not.
What?
The woman lays on her back. I mean, I could if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
who
tried
couldn't?
when I was in junior high, and I'm like, I guess
That's
I
why
can
you
reach.
didn't
Okay.
have to experiment with boys.
You know, I never tried to suck my dick because I don't want to suck a dick. I don't care if it's mine. I don't want to suck one.
If I could reach
I know
any
where
of
it's
my
been.
parts, yeah,
all
come
right.
on.
I
It's the
mean,
whole
I
dog
guess it would
thing.
feel good. It's like, oh, I'm getting my dick sucked, but I'm like, I'm sucking a dick.
Yeah, I didn't.
I would
didn't
marry
suck
myself.
My own dick. I just, I found out that I could if I chose to. Like I wanted to see
How
if I
did
could.
you
and
find
then I
that
stopped.
out? Was this a Dungeons and Dragons game? How
No,
did you
no,
find
no.
this out?
I was in like
Because if you
ninth
can,
grade.
you can.
I don't know. And then like you curl up, you sort of
Yeah.
roll over, and you just want to see if you can. I don't know.
I've
You're a
looked up
kid.
those
That was-
videos before.
I had an ex that used to. He did this weird thing where he'd pull his head down and he'd suck his own dick
Fillet.
at parties to show off.
Oh, how sweet.
I gotta go to your
You
parties.
should try that at a party sometime.
Yeah, is that I
used
haven't
to
tried
have
in
some
years
pretty
and
fun
years.
parties.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I'm flexible
Well,
anymore.
Well, you know, there's a whole.
eventually
We
found somebody
can turn the camera on and have you do this over here.
Oh,
I can show you what it looks like when I try. I won't take my pants off. But
No. Anyway, so
yeah.
well, we
You
don't
wanna
even have
see
time
that.
for that because there's 2 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Your website is funnymatt.com.
Yes.
And then there's IHateMattWalker.com.
It's MattWalkerSucks.com.
MattWalkerSucks.com. I'm sorry. I hate Matt Walker.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
MattWalkerSucks.com.
it's
And follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and all.
Yeah, I'm Funny Matt on every. If you look up for Funny Matt on the internet,
Right.
I'm Funny Matt on Pinterest. I'm Funny Matt on whatever website
Should I get
there
on
is.
Pinterest?
No, it's
Okay.
awful.
it's white girl porn.
All
Yeah.
I
should
do on
get on
Pinterest
Pinterest
is I
then.
pin pictures of serial killers.
I should do that. But
That's all I do on
yeah.
Pinterest. Yeah.
But Funny Matt on everything. Is there an unfunny Matt?
Well, I'm sure there's unfunny Matts. I don't know.
No, but is there an unfunny Matt like .com?
Oh.
Yeah, somebody. Was,
No, you know, I should buy
that
that.
14-year-old in Portugal is really. Yeah,
I should get that. I think that somebody in your audience probably already snapped it up by now.
Yes,
That's how quick
after
those things
this,
go.
yes. And Elizabeth, my darling,
Yes.
you're wonderful as always. I love when you're a guest. How do
Thank
people
you.
get a
I
hold
didn't
of you?
bounce for you yet.
Well,
Yeah.
I was going
Are
to
you
have you
gonna
do
bounce
that.
That'll be the finale.
Okay, so how do people get a hold of you before you bounce?
You can find me as Elizabeth Aston on Facebook and Twitter, Miss Elizabeth.
Right,
I just
And-
followed her yesterday. I looked her up and followed her.
right.
Thank you.
Right.
Well, please do. And please keep an eye out for Dark Worlds with Lita Ford and Cherie Curry coming out soon.
I will, and we will. You will be back soon.
Saturday
Yes, I
night.
will.
Oh, on Saturday night, you're going to be on Noise
I will
Factory.
yes, I'm hosting the Dark 80s Patio Lounge at Noise Factory.
Can you get me on the list?
I can.
Yes.
Please contact me for guest list information. And not you.
Yes.
Not you. But I'll wear these on Saturday, okay?
Woohoo.
All right.
Yeah, and the Wonder Woman socks, they've been great.
Oh yes.
Thank you for those.
I've been complimented on my gifts many times.
You're
Snakelady,
very-
you were fantastic. I will have to have you co-host more often. How
Oh,
do people
thank
get a
you.
hold of you and see your corsets, see your art?
Right now, it's just Snakelady Rose at Facebook.
And you've got 10 seconds to bounce, Elizabeth.
Oh!
Everybody have a wonderfully creepy week.
You got to do it.
Yay! Have a wonderfully creepy week, everybody. Oh, yeah.